At first, I'd like to share the words of our founder Shinran Shonin from one of his letters to the followers. So please join me in Gassho with put your palms together. 何よりも小僧今年、老少男女多くの人々の死にあいて騒乱ことこそ代わりに将来。ただし、生じ無常のことあり、詳しく如来の時をかせおわしまして候上は、驚きをも示すべからず候。まず全身が右は臨終の前億は申さず、信心欠如の人は疑いなければ症状樹に移住することにて候なり。しかればこそ、無知の人も終わりもめでたく将来と。It is saddening that so many people, both young and old, men and women, have died this year and last. But the Tathagata taught the truth of life's impermanence forcefully, so you must not be distressed by it. I, for my own part, attach no significance to the condition, good or bad, of persons in their final moments. People in whom Shinjin is determined do not doubt, and so abide among the truly settled. For this reason, their end also, even for those ignorant and foolish, and lacking wisdom, is a happy. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namman Butsu. Namman Butsu. Namman. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's Shotsuki monthly memorial service for those who have passed away on the month of April. And I said the service is for those who have passed away, but actually we are given this opportunity to listen to the Dharma together through the loss of our loved ones. So even though their physical body is gone, they are still working for us and wishing us to listen to the teaching. So you may think that direction is from me to the person who passed away, but it's actually the other way around. We are receiving the direction, the working from our loved ones who have passed away before us and those who became Buddha. And it's been 3 years since the beginning of the pandemic. And according to the announcement by WHO in March, they may declare the end of pandemic at the last part of this year. So throughout the 3 years, do you know how many people have passed away because of the COVID-19 in the world? We have lost 6,086,000 people's lives caused by COVID-19. And probably there were people in elderly and people at the young age who lost their lives because of the COVID. And many people were saddened by the loss of the families and friends. And little before the beginning of the spread of COVID-19 in the United States, my son Hikaru had severe pneumonia and he was in ICU for a few days. And that was the scariest few days in my entire life, right? And fortunately, he was able to recover, and the doctor at the time did not know what caused him the pneumonia. It might have been COVID, but we didn't get it at the time, so I'm not sure if it was really COVID or something else. But this experience reminded me that we never know what causes us a separation from our loved ones. And I am sure that I have talked about this within past few years, but seems like similar things happened in Shinran Shonin's time. And on 1257, there was a huge earthquake in Kamakura. Kamakura is like near Tokyo now. And in 1258, there were famines and epidemic. And according to one of the writings of Nichiren Shonin, the founder of Nichiren School, more than half of the population died because of the disasters and epidemic. And he criticized other schools by saying that these things happen because of some school of Buddhism who spread the wrong teaching of Shakyamuni Buddha. And of course, things like epidemic, famine, and such are scary things. But, yeah, we don't want to experience these things, right? But Tathagata, in Shinran Shonin's word, in this case, it refers to Shakyamuni Buddha, the founder of Buddhism, told us that impermanence of our life. We have to leave this world, our loved ones someday, no matter what. So Shakyamuni Buddha is teaching us that we should focus on what we can do this moment through teaching us the truth of impermanence. And also, for the person of the Nembutsuge practice, the worldly anxiety does not relate to the anxiety for our attainment of birth in the Pure Land and attainment of Buddhahood. The disasters, epidemics, famine, and so on, these things happen when it happens, and we cannot avoid it to happen. And some people said it is because of some of the Buddhist schools who spread the wrong teachings. But Shinran Shonin told us that we should not be distressed by the worldly anxiety. And it was believed that how the person died is important for their destination of the next life. But Shinran Shonin said it does not matter because our attainment of birth is settled when we ride on the power of the name Namo Amida Butsu. So how we die is not the cause or issue. So there might be some people who can go with saying that, oh, I had a lot of fun in my life and I can finally go. But on the other hand, some people should leave this world at really young age. And some people have to leave this world even though they did not wish to. But again, how we die is not issue for us, Jodo Shinshu Buddhists. Because our attainment of birth and Buddhahood is already settled when we entrust ourselves to the working of the name, Namo Amida Butsu. So this means that nothing from our side is expected for our attainment of birth and Buddhahood. How deep our understanding of the teaching is, or how smart we are, how long we have been practicing Buddhism and studying Buddhism, these things does not matter. It is all the working of Amida to grasp us and never abandon us. So even though I have the title Reverend or Sensei, it doesn't matter for me, for my attainment of birth, right? Everybody is on the same ground. When we write on the working of the name Namo Amida Butsu, what title you possess, how smart you are, it doesn't matter, right? We all go to the Pure Land of Amida Buddha, the realm of enlightenment, and attain Buddhahood. So, even though the one's passing was pitiful, that is also a joyous ending. Because the one will be welcomed into the Pure Land, the realm of enlightenment, and attain Buddhahood. Of course, I don't say that, at the funeral or memorial service. Congratulations! Congratulations! Your loved ones have attained Buddhahood, attained birth in the Pure Land, right? I don't say that. But in my mind, I kind of have the feeling that, it's sad, but it's also joyous, happy thing that a person attained Buddhahood. So, the teaching of Jodo Shinshu transforms our way of thinking. As I talked a month ago, I don't know if you remember the poem I shared by Ayako Suzuki. It talked about transformation from subtraction to addition of life. Right? We are not going to die, but we are going to attain birth. This is the understanding of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. And of course, the separation from our loved ones is a sad event we have to experience in our lives. But the teaching of Jodo Shinshu, the teaching of the primal vow of Amida Buddha, transforms our way of thinking. Even the pitiful ending is noble, joyous, happy ending. So one of the scholars of Jodo Shinshu, named Reverend Yoshiyuki Inoue, wrote something like this on one of his books. Impermanence of all things are the truths we cannot avoid, but for the followers of the Nembutsuge teaching, the attainment of birth through the power of the primal vow of Amida Buddha, the working of the name Namo Amida Butsu, is inevitable. So we are living this life not heading towards death, but the attainment of birth and attainment of Buddhahood. So we all have to experience the loss of our loved ones. And they brought us here today to listen to the teachings. Our loved ones who have passed away before us brought us here to listen to the teaching today. And the separation, it's the sad experience we have to go through in our lives. But through listening to the teaching of Nembutsuge, I feel that they are teaching us. Even the pitiful ending is the happy one. So don't worry about it. And I hope this teaching resonates you just as it resonated me. So I'd like to conclude my talk with a reading of traditional epistle on white ashes written by Rennyo Shonin in 15th century. And I will read it in Japanese first and later in English. So please join me in Gassho. Please put your palms together. Nama. それ人間の小なる相をつらつら感ずるにおよそ儚き者はこの世の始終中幻のごとくなるいちごなりされば未だ漫才の人参の受けたりということを聞かず一生過ぎやすし今に至って誰か100年の業態を保つべきや我や先人や先酔うとも知らず明日とも知らず遅れ先立つ人は元の雫末の梅雨よりも茂しと言えりされば明日には幸願なって夕べには白骨となれるになりすでに無常の風来たりぬればすなわち二つの眼たちまちに閉じ一つの息長く耐えぬればおうがん虚しく返じて氷の装いを失いぬる時は極真眷属集まって嘆き悲しめどもさらにその会あるべからずさてしもあるべきことならねばとて野外に送って弱の煙となし果てぬればただ白骨の溝のこれり哀れというのなかなか 阿弥陀仏と深く頼み参らせて、念仏のすべきものなり、あなかしこ、あなかしこ。On white ashes.In silently contemplating the transient nature of human existence, nothing is more fragile and fleeting in this world than the life of man. Thus, we have not heard of human life lasting for 1,000 years. Life passes swiftly, and few among men can maintain their form for even 100 years. Whether I go before others,or others go before me. Whether it be today or tomorrow, who is to know? Those who depart before us are as countless as the drops of dew. Though in the morning we may have radiant health, in the evening we may return to white ashes. When the winds of impermanence blow, our eyes are closed forever, and when the last breath leaves us,our face loses its color. Though loved ones gather and lament, everything is to no avail. The body is then sent into an open field and vanishes from this world with the smoke of cremation, leaving only the white ashes. Nothing is more real than this truth of life. The fragile nature of human existence underlies both the young and the old. Therefore, we must, one and all, turn to the teachings of the Buddha and awaken to the essence of life. By so understanding the meaning of death, we come to appreciate the meaning of this life, which is to be treasured because it is unrepeatable. By virtue of true compassion, let us realize the unexcelled value of this existence, and let us live together with gratitude in our hearts. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda.